In the slavery period, especially when the British then began to bring slaves in, they tried first with the poor white working class. That didn't work because they saw themselves as the master. They tried with the native people. That didn't work either because this was their land. So they would die, sit there and die, or they run away. Then they went to Africa, trying to isolate a people whose territory was similar to the territory of the coastline, who had physical strength, had good agricultural skills, who they could isolate, and then by making color codes, could make slavery into a color issue, and then brought them into the United States really as captured prisoners of war. Slave is the wrong terminology. Really are captured prisoners of war. But actually they say, we are realizing now through documented research that over 30% of the slaves or the captured prisoners of war coming into the United States were Muslims. They brought with them the knowledge of the Quran and the Sunnah. Qurans are now being unearthed, written by the slaves during that period. Salih Bilali Muhammad, Ayub ibn Sulaiman, Abdurrahman, and a number of names you will find being recorded, and the narratives now coming to the surface of this period of history and the position of the Muslims who led revolts all over the Americas. And we don't have time tonight, but in Suriname, in Jamaica, in Haiti, in Trinidad, in many parts of the Caribbean, the Muslims led slave revolts. In Jamaica, they were passing around a document in Arabic calling for jihad in Arabic. And after that, in 1834, a slave revolt broke out in the parish or the province or state of Manchester. But father was separated from mother. It was prohibited to fast in the month of Ramadan. In most cases, if they found you praying or fasting or speaking Arabic, they'd kill you. They'd torture you and kill you publicly. The names were taken away. The culture was taken away. But there are many families who have a relative who remember something. Something was there, that they weren't Christians. There's something different about their society. And it passed down. So we find in the 30s, in the early part of the 20th century, most of the leaders of the proto-Islamic groups, those groups coming up, either practicing Islam or some version of Islam, most of the leaders came from Georgia or the Carolinas, right out of the same area that the Muslims were located in large numbers.